everyone, welcome back to my channel today. Today's video we are going to be doing a review on the new Lorac Los Angeles Mega Pro 4 palette. I am so excited. I really love the packaging of this palette. And I'm also going to show you guys later on in the video how I got this eyeshadow look, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But before we get into these swatches and review, make sure to click that subscribe button if you want to be a part of the Miller Squad. Also make sure to ring that bell as well if you want to be a part of our notification squad. And if you do ring that bell, make sure to comment that down below. And our shout out goes to Leslie Fuentes. I hope I said that right. I'm sorry if I didn't say that right, but thank you so much for having that bell turned on. You are amazing. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into the review. Oh, I said that weird. Review. All right, so first off, let's go ahead and go over the price and when this is launching. The price of this palette is just the same as all the other prices. It is $59, and it's going to be launching on Ulta.com on September 17th. So if you guys want to get your hands on this, or if you want to go in store, you can wait till the last week of September to get it. I will have all that listed down below for you guys. It's a really gorgeous palette. Just like all the other ones, you get a large mirror, and then you get 16 matte shadows, and you get 16 shimmer shadows. I love it that these are very different than the other 4 palettes. The colors of this palette are pretty muted and a little bit more on the pastel side. I really like what they chose. It kind of reminds me like a mega version of the Beauty's Hue Brunch palette because of the pastel muted tones that it has. And I love it that they still added in these darker, deeper shades to create more like dramatic looks. And then you have your muted, more pastel colors on this side that can give you more of your like everyday casual look. With these palettes, you can create a variety of different looks, which is why I think they're definitely worth it. The quality is absolutely amazing. There is kickback and there is fallout, but that's because these shadows are a little bit more loosely pressed, which gives them a lot more pigmentation. So just do your eye look before you do your foundation, or make sure that you have your foundation set before you start doing your eye look. So that way you can just wipe it right away. I did this blue look and I honestly didn't have any problem with it. There was a little bit of fallout, but since I already set my foundation, it just wiped right away really easily. The formula of this palette is exactly the same as all the other Mega Pro palettes. So if you like the formula in those palettes, then you're gonna like the formula in this palette. I'm gonna go ahead and have all the 4 Mega Pro palettes hop up on the screen, so that way you guys can kind of see the differences in each palette. And you can see what I'm saying about this one, how it's a little bit more muted and a little bit more pastel version than the other ones. Would I say that this palette is definitely worth it and you need to go get your hands on it like right now? It depends on what color eyeshadows you gravitate to, because the formula is there. I say if these colors like call your name and you like, oh my God, those are like my go-to colors, then yeah, get your hands on it because the formula is amazing. But if you don't see yourself gravitating to colors like these, then it's not worth it for you. I have to say, out of all the 4 palettes, is this one my favorite? It's not on the color selection. I like it that they still kept it different, but my favorite one is the 3rd one, which you can see. I've used this one a ton. I like it how this one had neutrals, it had warm tones in it. It just had like a lot of go-to shades that I love in this palette, which is why it all comes down to the person. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and have all the swatches pop up on the screen so you guys can see them while I'm live swatching some of the shades for you guys. So that way you can see them swatched on camera. The first one I'm gonna swatch is called Copper Pearl. This is a gorgeous shimmery copper shade. So I can show you guys this. Boom. You can see how pigmented and how easily that glides on. Their shimmer shades are everything. They are so pigmented and just perfect. Now let's go ahead and hop onto a matte shade so you can see the difference in the formula. So this one is Spice. It's a gorgeous kind of rustic red. So I'm gonna swatch it down here. Boom. There you go. You can see how pigmented that is too. God, they're good. They are so good. Look, that would have been really pretty look as well. Like do that with a halo eye, this on the outer corner and this in the center. That would have been another really good look. Huh, I think I might do that next. All right, so I'm gonna swatch one more for you guys real quick, and we're gonna swatch Blackberry, which is a really pretty kind of muted plum shade. Boom. You can just see that. I don't have to say anything more about them because they're really good. Like, I look forward to the Mega Pro palettes every single year. They killed it last year. I think this palette is really pretty as well. Again, they're not my go-to shades, so is it my favorite out of all 4? No. palette 3 is definitely, and it made me so happy when they relaunched the old ones, because I got my hands on palette 1 because they relaunched it, because I never got palette 1. And when I saw this one is also another gorgeous, gorgeous palette. I love all the neutrals in this one, so it's another perfect everyday palette. I love them to travel with. Palette number 3 goes with me everywhere, as you can tell. Now that we're all done with the swatches and the backstory of this palette, let's go ahead and get on into the makeup tutorial. All right, so I have no idea what look I'm gonna create right now. I have a couple of ideas. I wanna do one that's more neutral tones, but then I know I'm gonna get a lot of people like, why don't you use the blue? So I'm kind of going back and forth right now. I'm gonna mix these two shades right here, Pink Peony and also Cool Taupe. I'm just gonna dust this over my lid. All right, so first off, we're gonna do our transition shade. We're gonna go into Oat right here. I'm gonna go ahead and take my It brush. That's a collaboration with Ulta, and this is Chic Crease Brush, and I'm just gonna pop it into that shade and blend it out in the crease. All right, so next up, I'm gonna go into this shade called Shadow. This is a kind of grayish blue shade, and I'm going to knock off any excess, and I'm gonna slowly build this color because it's gonna be a little bit darker. I'm gonna focus this on the outer part, a little bit in the crease, and then in the inner part of the eye. I'm gonna create a halo eye today. All right, so now that we have that blue color on the lid, we're gonna go into Silver Fox right here, and I'm going to place this on the center of the lid to create that halo eye. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back into Shadow, which is that kind of bluish gray color that we used, and then I'm also gonna go back into Oat, which is our transition shade, and I'm gonna slowly like blend this out and clean up this look a little bit more. All right, so I'm gonna go into Pink Peony right here. And this is just a matte shade. You would think this would be like a light pink, but it looks just like it's like a white matte shade. And I'm gonna pop this underneath the brow bone. All right, so we're gonna use those same colors that we used on the top of the eyes, on the bottom part of the eyes. So we're gonna go into Oat and blend this out on the bottom lash line. Then we're gonna go into Shadow and keep this close on the bottom lash line as well. Now we're gonna go back into Silver Fox and pop that in the center of that bottom lash line. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my liner and my lashes, and I'll be right back. All right, so here's the completed eyeshadow look. As you can see, they are very pigmented. They're easy to blend. I went for a more bolder, dramatic look so I can really show you guys the formula of these and how good they are. Amazing formula, but it's really gonna come down to, are these shadows calling your name? And also, again, the retail price of this is $59 and you get 32 eyeshadows. Also, comment down below if you guys are gonna get your hands on this palette, and also let me know what is your favorite palette out of all 4 of them. For me, I have to say it's number 3, which is why this thing has been used so much. Definitely number 3 is my all-time favorite, and I would love to hear your guys' favorites as well. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!